It is the Open Ironwoman final. Have a look at the start list. Candice Falzon from Manly is there. So is Rachel Creera. You've got Jean Harris also from Manly. Rachel King from Terrigal, one of the Central Coast clubs, looking for a big finish in this one. Keep an eye out for Hannah Minogue from Bulli. Well, Cherie Morton from Swansea Belmont also in this one, but one of the biggest names, one of the greatest names, isn't there. Naomi Flood, we've seen her so often in this one. She's won it 6 times. She isn't here, Wilco, for this one. And you can understand why there's smiles on the start line, because she's not.
Yeah, the girls seem very relaxed on the start line for a state Open Ironwoman final. They're very relaxed and having a good time here. But you're right, Naomi Flood's not there. There's probably 4 or 5 girls who are capable of winning this. It should be a very, very tight race. It'll be interesting to see just what happens.
So the door is open. No Naomi Flood, of course, has dominated this for so long. But a couple of her Manly club mates, one of those in particular on camera there, Candice Falzon, who has finished runner-up to her twice in this event. We'd dearly love to think this is her day. Plenty of action between now and then to decide the champion for 2013. They are away in the Open Iron Women's Final. Candice Falzon sprints out. She has got off to a pretty good start. The first leg, of course, is the swim. And in conditions like this, it's all about getting to the cans first, because they're not going to offer you too much on the way back home here, Wilco.
No, that's right. And the swim will set up the rest of the race. Obviously, being first leg, you want to get a good start. You want to get out in front. But the swim is the slowest leg. So when you go from the swim to the ski, the distance you have leading in the swim will actually magnify on the ski, and you'll end up 5 times further in front.
And of course, Falzon, we saw she is a bit of a noted surf swimmer as well, so this should be a pretty good leg for her. But she got pushed all the way, of course, as well in the board by Rachel Creera. We saw the trifecta there from Manly, and Rachel got the cookies there. So if she's anywhere near her in that particular leg, it could be on for young and old as well.
And it's actually good for Candice to have, knowing that she led all the way in the board, regardless of the fact that she finished second. She's got that much strength in the back end of the race, going into the final leg of this Ironwoman, that she can pull out probably her most favoured and dominant leg in the board leg.
Well, it's the swimming that has got them all underway. The field's still pretty bunched up, and you can see the pale blue cap of Manly, of Candice Falzon, has got her way to the front as they head towards the turning buoy. You don't want to be stuck mid-pack here, because it is a thrashing machine. Arms and bodies everywhere, and they do not all fit in the one space as they turn around the cans. Candice, bit of clear water. We've got a Terrigal cap, and it looks like a bull-eyed cap perhaps as well, just on her heels. That looks like Hannah Minogue is up there on the toes as well. But Terrigal also in the hunt early on in this one. There's Candice Falzon getting you up nice and close to our competitors here in 2013 here at Umina Beach. Wilco, you can't get any closer than that with actually being in the race.
No, that's right. Great work from the cameraman out there. Hannah Minogue from Bulli up into second place as they go around the turn, as well as 2 or 3 of the Terrigal girls there. It looks like Rachel King and Lauren Stone could be up there from Terrigal, as well as Lara Bakari from Warilla. But it'll be important for them to pace themselves. You can't go flat out the whole way. They've got to leave something in reserve for this ski and board lead.
Absolutely, Candice Falzon has got herself in the box seat so far, though. It is only early days. We're in the first leg, the swim leg of the Open Ironwoman final for the All Phone State Championships for 2013. Hannah Minogue, the bull-eye cap there, just on the inside alley, if you like, from Candice. And the field not too far behind at all. They haven't been stretched out at all in this one, because the flat conditions have kept them pretty close together. They will be looking for any sort of help, though, on the run to the shore. Any runners that come through here, and that's when you'll see the surf skills really come into action.
Not only the surf skills, they've got to make sure that they don't make a mistake. Any little mistake on these waves here, whether it be in the swim, in the ski, in the board, can really magnify their position. So they can drop not only 1 or 2 metres, but 5, 10, 15 metres and 5 places.
Well, just take a look at this as well. You see the cap of Warilla Barrack Point just coming up into picture as well, alongside of our competitor from Manly there in Candice Falzon, and on the inside there, the bull-eye cap of Hannah Minogue. But look at Lara Pecciari from Warilla Barrack Point. She may have even just edged her nose in front here. It's very close, still very early, of course, in this one, but Candice Falzon has plenty of company at the top of this one.
Yeah, a very tight race so far, and this is what we expected. I didn't think anyone was going to break out and just dominate from start to finish. These girls should be fairly tight the whole way around this upcoming transition into the ski leg.
And here comes the waves. Look and see who has got the surf skills to get them through. It looks like at least 4, possibly 5 have all got a ride in. There's a Terrigal cap. There's the Bullite cap. There's Candice Falzon. Warrillock Barrack Point also there. Maybe a lure. No, it's 2 Terrigal caps indeed. They're doing wonderful things early on in the Ironwoman final. There's 5 girls up and running already as they come into transition. They're about to hit the ski leg. Bulleye now, nose in front. Hannah Minogue and Candice Falzon are running 1 and 2. Little in it, 2 girls from Terrigal there as well. While Warilla Barrack Point have strong claims early in this one. Well, the ski going to be oh so important. We are on board with Hannah Minogue. Look at her, straight into stride. She looks like she has hit with all guns blazing. You can see her there on the far left of picture. That is Candice Falzon from Manly. It's neck and neck, Wilco, just what we like to see in a final.
Yeah, and one of the hardest things in Ironwoman, Ironman racing is a transition. Being able to swim first and then jump on a ski and actually get into a rhythm early that you can set up and run the ski as fast as possible, but again, still conserve that little bit of energy because you've got a whole other board race to go after this.
Quite interestingly, it was Naomi Flood, the girl we talked about who isn't there, a 6-time champion, has beaten Candice Falzon twice. He's handling for her Manly teammate. So she might not be in the race, but she's certainly lending her experience to give Candice every shot at this one. And what a job she has to do, sitting 1 back, 1 in, if you like, in racing parlance from Hannah Minogue. Not a bad spot to be.
No, Candice there doing a good job. She's sitting on the side of Hannah Minogue. She's just having a rest there. There's actually a little wash that runs off the side of the ski, like a bow wash that comes off a boat. She'll be riding that and just taking probably 10-20% easier than what Hannah's doing it out in front.
So some tactics there. Falzon getting a bit of a free ride, if you like, almost on the wash of Minogue, who's doing the hard work out in front. Ooh, we nearly lost one there. Minogue took a look over her shoulder and almost lost her blade altogether. That would have been a disaster, but she managed to hang on to it as they now turn and point their noses for home in the second leg of the Ironwoman final. These two just look like they're clearing out a little bit now, as it looks like Warilla Barrack Point and Pecciari holding down 3rd spot and 2 Terrigal competitors after that. But there we are on board again with Hannah Minogue from Bulleye, Candice Falzon to her left, right of screen as we look at it. They are neck and neck as they now start looking for runners.
And the 2 girls out in front probably looking the best in terms of technique and composure. The biggest thing here, when you're tired, mistakes happen. You've got to be able to set yourself square to the waves. Any little run that comes in, you make sure the ski's square to it before you change direction.
It's Bulleye from Manly. It's Minogue from Candice Falzon in the second leg, the ski leg of the Open Women's Final. But look, they're coming. There's waves coming, and we've got some in a bit of trouble. That's Warilla Barrack Point. She's been knocked. Terrigal's gone. Terrigal's gone. Hard to see who that was, but she's knocked Warilla Barrack Point a little bit off course as well. She's managed to stay on, but one of the Terrigal competitors is out of it. I think Rachel King's okay. She's managed to stay on board. And look, there's Naomi Flood. She's greeting Candice Falzon as she's handling for her. She's helped her. She's willed her on. She said, get going, girl. This race is yours if you want it. She's now jumped back in front. She's in front of Hannah Minogue as they head into transition for the final, the board leg, which will round this out. Oh, this is close. We thought it would be, Wilco, and it is. It's living up to all the hype. You can't split it. Candice Falzon from Manly heading out on the board leg. She is heading out now alongside Hannah Minogue. It's not just a race between 2 because we have the Terrigal competitor, Rachel King, hot on their heels. But this is just what we wanted.
Yeah, and this is now it comes down to a battle of experience. You've got Candice Falzon, one of the most experienced competitors in the race. Hannah Minogue, one of the young up-and-comers. Sister of Josh Minogue, one of the top Ironmen in the country here. Both competitors now have to make sure they do everything perfectly. Very clinical, very methodical, no mistakes. They're both going to be as fast as each other. What it will come down to is who makes the least amount of errors.
And that's what it's going to come down to, folks. Who is going to blink first? That is Candice Falzon out in front. Behind her, Hannah Minogue from Bulleye. Rachel King, though, very much staying in the hunt. She's got the blue cap of Terrigal. Of course, you could almost consider this a home event for her, being one of the Central Coast clubs here nearby Umina Beach. But she has a job ahead of her to chase down the front runners. It's Falzon digging in deep. Gee, the shoulders must be burning. The lungs must be busting. She lies down now. safety first. She doesn't want any mistakes as she now makes the first turn. Look at Warilla Barrick Point though. Getting up on the heels, that must be Lara Pecciari. Getting on the heels there of Rachel King, it looks like. So the battle for bronze well and truly on the line here as well as the race for gold heats up at the front of the pack.
And Hamanogue just sticking on Candice Falzon's tail here. Again, the roles are reversed now. Candice had an easy ride in the ski league. Hannah here just taking a few deep breaths in, probably doing it 10-20% easier on the tail wash. Candice dragging her around. When she gets around this final buoy though, she really needs to open up and really come up alongside Candice here and have first crack at those waves.
So roles reversed on the second of the craft legs of this final. This is the final leg though, the board leg of the open women's final. Candice Falzon and Hannah Minogue have done so much of the load in this one. They are leading the way as they have done for most of this race. Falzon from Minogue. You can look at Minogue. She's up on the heels, on the knees. She is digging deep, fighting for everything. That is the gap between first and second in the open Ironwoman final. The battle for bronze on for young and old as well. Rachel King from Terrigal and Lara Pecciari from Warilla. They're locked in a battle as well. The waves are going to come. Who's going to catch them? That is the question. This race far from over. That is one, that is two. But the battle for third could quickly become a battle for gold if they can get a runner and catch these two. And look, Wilco, they're coming and they're both on it. Look at them, they're both on it. The girl from Terrigal and Warilla Barrick Point have got a runner. They're going to catch our leaders. This is going to make it a four-way go for the line. This could be anything.
And Hannah Minogue has to be careful here. She's just caught in the side of that rip there.
Oh, she's off it,
gone.
Wilco. She's missed it. Unbelievable. Hannah Minogue has missed the winning wave. The match-turning moment, if you like, in this one. It's now 3,000 is up first. She's running for the line. That's Rachel King from Terrigal, hot on her heels. Pecciari from Warilla Barrick Point. It's a sprint to the line, and Candice Falzon, it's hers in 2013. Well, you've got to feel for Hannah Minogue, but Candice Falzon did everything right in that race, particularly where it counted. At the finish line, she got up from the board first, she got the wave that counted, and she outlasted the rest of the field to claim gold. The first time she's had that feeling at state level in the Ironwoman. Congratulations, Candice Falzon, beating home Rachel King from Terrigal and Lara Pecciari, but Hannah Minogue did ever so well. The girl from Bulli just couldn't do it when it mattered, but you have to hand it to Candice Falzon. She wanted this desperately and she got it, Wilco.
And that's what fatigue does to you. At the end of a race, the slightest little error made all the difference. But full credit to Candice. She composed herself, she handled it well, and she led from the front for most of the race.
And what about Rachel King and Pecciari from Warilla Barrick Point? They caught the wave that mattered most. As we know, you just had to be in the hunt, if you like, and they got up on the heels of Falzon and made it a three-way battle. But it does fall the way of Candice Falzon in 2013, ahead of Rachel King and Lara Pecciari. And Falzon is all smiles in 2013.
Well, Candice Falzon, you've been runner-up in this event before. Finally, you crack it for the Open Women's Ironwoman.
Yeah, this is one thing that I really wanted. I'm 28 now and I've been runners-up twice to Naomi Flood, so in her absence to finally get the win is a dream come true, and I'm so happy to be wearing the sky blue of Manly when I did it.
You had a great swim leg to start off. We always knew you were going to come home in the ski and the board, but a great swimmer certainly set up the race.
Yeah, it's a kind of a short race, so I knew I had to get out there hard and be in the front group. Hannah Minogue from Bulli was on my tail the whole time, and I knew she was going to take the ski leg out hard, so I just had to hang in there, and I did, and I just gave myself the best possible shot to win the race, and I couldn't be happier.
You look like you opened up a couple of board lengths coming into that final stretch into the beach, but the girls kind of caught you coming into the beach.
Yeah, I never really look around to see where people are. I knew Hannah was there because I could hear her strokes in the board, but towards the end, when I saw the other two girls on the wave, I was just like, oh no, I'm going to have another sprint finish, and I've been pretty lucky with my sprint finishes this year, but I'm telling you, they're hard work and I really don't enjoy them.
You look like you had absolutely nothing left in the tank.
I didn't. I put everything on the line. It's something that I really wanted to win. I wanted to win and sort of keep the Ironwoman title in Manly Lifesaving Club. I think Floodie's won it about 6 times. So, and although she's younger than me, she's always someone that I've idolised and looked up to. So to win this and have her handle for me today, it really is special.
Well, Candice, go and take a breather. Enjoy the victory and all the best for the Aussies in a few weeks' time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Go Manly.